Hello everybody, this is Emil from GFxMP production, and today we are going to create this scene where a sphere is falling down and hitting a cube, and the cube is breaking apart, and the cube has also two different colors, and that's blue on the inside and gray on the outside. And this is made by a plugin, and I will show you how to use it. And this is the result of the tutorial. So now we're going to get started. So first step is to download the plugin, and you can find the link in the description. Second is to find where you have installed your Cinema 4D. So I have mine installed at C, Program Files, Maxon, Cinema 4D, Artwell, Plugins, so under the plugins folder. So just drag and drop the plugin folder to this folder and you're ready to go. So in Cinema 4D I first want to set up my in output. I want to select a preset here that I want to use, HDV 720p with 25 frames per second, and I want to start off with building my scene here. So I just want to add a floor, and I want to add a new material to the floor. Just drag and drop it, and then I want to add some lights. So now I want to begin with my object that I want to fall in pieces. So we add a cube, for example, and place it on the ground here. And then we're going up here to plugins, and here we have the plugin Thrausi, and we choose the first one here that's named Thrausi, and we have some tabs here: Thrausi, Dynamics, Materials, and Bake. Well, we're going to stick to the Thrausi tab here, and in the pieces we select how many pieces we want this to break apart in. So I just go here down and press break down, and it will break this cube apart in 40 pieces, which I selected. So right now if we play this forward, you will see the cube is just going down through the floor, and that's because the floor has to be a collider. So we select the floor layer, we go simulation, dynamics, and create collider. And now when we play this, we will see that the cube is breaking apart. But we don't want that. Maybe we want it to break apart when a sphere is hitting the cube. So here's the cube, and if we go to the tag right here, we can go down to the trigger, and it's selected on immediately, and we change that to on collision. So now when we play, nothing will happen. Also, when you're playing, also remember to press this button to rewind it, because it always has to be when you do add something more to it. And well, what we now want to do is to add our sphere. So we go here up and add our sphere and make it smaller. And now when we play, nothing is still happening. That's because the sphere has to be a rigid body. So we go up to simulation again, then dynamics, and create rigid body. Now when we play forward, we will see that it breaks apart. But right now this one doesn't really have any colors or something like that. There's no shadow or something, so we want to add some shadows maybe we go to lights. I select all 3 lights here, and I go to shadow. Shadow is set to none. We change it to shadow maps soft. The density we can change down to 50, so it won't be that strong. So now we can see we got some shadows, but still we can add some shadows under these objects. And doing that, we go to this render settings here. We go down to effect, ambient occlusion, and we go into maximum ray length, and we change it from 100 to like 160. And contrast, we can change that up a bit to maybe 40, and we just close it down like that. And now when we render it out, you will see we got some more shadows, and it look a bit nicer. And as you can see, we got no colors. So to add colors, we have 2 materials that has been created when we added the plugin, and this one is named cut out. So this is the outside of the object, and this one cut in is the inside. So if we want the outside, maybe gray color, and the inside we make a blue color. So now you can see that this color has changed. And now you maybe want some small pieces also. So I will just rewind this animation, and on this cube we see we have all these pieces. If we select one and then we go to plugins, Thrausi, we're gonna break this piece even more, so it will be more pieces. So you can like add maybe 30, something like that, break now, and you see it's breaking even more. So now we got smaller pieces, and when we play this forward, you can see that there's smaller pieces. We can also make even smaller. We select a small piece and we go down to plugins, Thrausi, and just break it up even more. And now we got even smaller pieces. Now it was even more jumping, and as you can see it's like gliding on the floor, and that doesn't look very realistic unless it's like ice or something like that. So we can change the friction, and you go to floor and this collider object tag. We got some options here down. The friction is on 30% here, and we can change it to 100%, and now these pieces won't really glide that much, and it may look more realistic or so. So that's how you are making this effect, and please subscribe, comment, rate, and everything else.